Good morning. It is Monday. Happy Monday. Every day should be happy. I don't know why I looked over some of the films or some of the videos and I'm like happy this, happy that. Every day hopefully we're adding that happiness part, right? Starting off our day great with a positive thought, a positive. I'm not going to lay around and wind down. Cause somebody don't did me wrong. Don't think for a minute that I'm gonna sit around. You know, something that our higher power or God as you see him, right? And that's a good thing. That's something that I didn't always have. I like to be right. I don't know if you guys like to be right. I love to be right. And quite often I would start off my day a few years back with, damn, I got this, and this. It's gonna be a shitty day. I only got this many hours of sleep. All these negative things at the beginning. And lo and behold, by the end of the day, I was right. I had a shitty day, I set that intention from the of waking up. Today I set a different intention. I wake up, yes, let's get this. How can I make this better? Um, Thank God. Thank God that I woke up. And then from there, turn my will over to Him, make my bed, do my normal routine, get the gym going, get the kids going, get these things going. But subtracting that word of have to get to bless to, right? If you can at all, one thing, share that smile. The second thing, take away have tos. I have to do this. You get to do these things, right? And finally, when we find the appreciation and the gratitude in these things that we get to do, then it's blessed to do, right? And just these simple things, think of, well, for me, they've been really, really good. And I'm not saying every day is roses and there's not challenges. Life still happens, even when we change words. But the acceptance of the day and of the world as it happens, as it unfolds, has a purpose. Well, I may not understand the purpose, and it doesn't revolve around me, but I am part of it, right? So I am part of the purpose at times, and so with that, I set that intention, and so when things don't go my way, I get delayed, things happen. I fall back to what was my intention from the beginning of the day. Give it to God, right? So give this to God, right? Give it up. If I'm waiting in a long line, I can either do a few. I can do a few things. I can be a fool and complain about it, or commiserate with whoever else is in this line, or I can take somebody else out of that moment, right? Because that's something we're sharing. We're sharing that long moment of whatever's going on at Walmart. Anyway, my favorite place to talk about patience. And so I can either sit there and complain, sit there and say nothing with other people, or I can engage in a conversation, share my smile and share a thought, And those things didn't always happen. They happen more and more. And before you know it, both of you guys are past that line and you weren't on anything. Maybe that was like a pause or a speed bump in your day and you were supposed to engage in that conversation. How trippy would that be later on, right? That you were supposed to have that conversation, or this is just another opportunity to develop the patience that maybe you need in your life. I know I've needed it in my life, and I continue to need it in different areas of my life. Well, this week is going to be a challenge for some people. I know a friend of mine, they have loss in their family. And so if you could just keep them in prayer. And so the funeral will be over the next few days. And just, I used to pray for a certain thing for somebody. And it wasn't until my uncle said that, maybe God knows more what they need than you do, right? Meaning me. And I was like, ooh, wow. I'm kind of saying what I want for these people, disregarding what maybe they need. And maybe that's a conversation between that person or that family and God. And so I just give it to God and say, God, please be with them in any capacity that you feel that they need, which is a lot different than me praying for things that I believe that they need, right? And and so it's a much more freer, vast prayer that I put out to them. And so if you just put a prayer in their direction, He knows who it is, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Anyway, yesterday was a bit a moment for me, I would say, as far as not sorrow but joyful in celebrating my grandma's life, um, in memory, and thinking of her and the beans, and I watched it several times and got teared up every time, and and it's an okay thing. I want to show that we can be vulnerable, or I can be vulnerable, and hopefully someday, if that's something you struggle with, you can be vulnerable too, or step outside of that comfort zone, or I'm shy, or I'm that, or I'm this. Whatever you see yourself as that you don't want to be anymore, step outside. It's okay. You too will gain a new strength. Anyway, I look forward to you seeing me tomorrow. I am gonna put a song on here in connection to this. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I substitute some of the words, and I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a blessed time, and it truly is a blessing that I'm here today. Again, I look forward to you seeing me again tomorrow. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.